Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of TesTalks.
TesTalks. That's such a good name.
If you are tuning in again, whether you are listening or watching us on YouTube, I'm still working on the distribution process,
Come
so
on.
bear with me. It's
Come
coming
on.
soon. Oh yeah, thank you again for the everlasting support. I love you guys and all that jazz. Now, today, this is gonna be something, y'all. I am joined by my very good friend, director Larry.
Hey,
How are you, Larry?
I'm good. Chilling out, working the
Yes.
rooms like
Hello.
you do. You get it. You get it. Hi.
You look great. It's giving
Thanks.
Dear Evan Hansen.
Come on. On the outside.
Always looking in.
Will I?
Never be more.
All right.
Always been.
All right now.
I
don't know.
why. Okay.
Don't know why. I don't think Benjamin Platt did that.
Anyways, do you know how monumental it is? First of all, not only are you the first guy on here,
Oh, wow.
you are also our first thespian.
Hi. Yes. I've been doing it for too long. I'm a little old. I just turned 28 last week.
Come on, birthday. How was your birthday?
My birthday was really good. I actually I just closed my first show that I directed, and so I was doing a lot. I was doing a lot of stuff, and I got to do a cast party. A lot of people were just sending me cards, being like, "Congratulations on directing." So when it came to my birthday, I didn't really do much because I felt like I had been celebrated enough. So, but I just really just chilled out. I started rewatching The Nanny because that was one of those formative shows. Yeah, that was one of those formative shows. I think The Nanny was the show that I was like, oh yeah, I'm good. So because in the Broadway references, I was like, oh yeah, no, this was my show that I used to watch as a kid. So
I love that.
yeah. So 28 years old.
I love that.
Getting old.
Yeah, you getting up there, and we're gonna dive in. But first, we're gonna do a little icebreaker game. So I decided to try something new. This game is called Mandela Effect. And I'm just going to ask you some questions that deal with the Mandela Effect. Okay. How many E's are in the word Febreze?
It's 3.
It's 3?
It's 3.
Are you sure?
Yes. We want to put 2 words in breeze, but I think 2 E's in the middle of breeze, but I don't think they actually do it on the bottle.
You're right. It is 3 E's. It's not 4. It's 3. Okay. Is it Sex and the City or Sex in the City?
It's Sex and the City. It is Sex and the City.
Come on.
There's a joke on chemistry. Don't worry. I only know these because of very specific shows.
Does Curious George have a tail?
He does not.
No is the final answer?
Yes.
And you be correct. Oh, yes. Larry's eating this down already.
He does not.
Well,
yeah.
Okay, we'll do 2 more. Is it Cheese It or Cheese Its?
It's the first one. It's without an S, isn't it?
It is the first one.
I'm just going after what answer pisses me off. So whatever pisses me off is probably right. So
okay, one more. Is there a T in Skechers? The shoe.
No, there's not a T in Skechers.
5 out of 5, y'all. I gotta say,
there's not a T because I wanted my police sketches to be stepping in the hallway and be like, "Stop! Where you going?" But the police lights light up. Stop!
No,
please.
Stop! Don't.
Please. Whoa, mama, I'm a big girl now.
Okay, so let's get into how we met. We met when we were doing a production last summer. And first impressions. Okay, I think I was coming to the end of doing Shrek. And I was talking to you and somebody else in it. And, I was talking about the show. And you said something maybe you meant it in a nice way. Larry has a tone problem, and I know because I have a tone problem.
I know exactly.
And so he said something very like condescending, snarky or something.
I actually think I said, "You're actually doing a really good job up there." That's what I said.
It was that shit, but it was just the way he said it that I was just like, "Is he trying to be funny right now?" But
apparently, I have a tone problem. Yes. Let me tell you something. I mean it, but when it like, I was like, "You're doing a really good job up there," because I actually did not know you super well. I wouldn't have been mean. Well, I probably would. But like, I was like, "Yeah, you're doing a really good job."
See how that's
just I don't know who you were talking to. I can't remember who it was.
It just sounds but
you were.
Well, thank you for the kind words.
So we were in a production. It was called Prince of Egypt, and like Tez played Moses, and like no joke, like, and this is coming from someone that went into that production like no joke, doing zero work. I didn't even listen to the music, guys.
Crazy.
You did like work.
Hello.
Like, oh yes, everybody get up. Y'all know me. I just step on stage, and just do whatever because nobody's gonna say anything to me. Because nobody like, especially in that production, that wasn't really directed. But you did a lot of good work, like very early on. And like, I don't know, you got to work as soon as rehearsal started, which people really put in a lot of work like halfway through or like during tech week and stuff. But you were actually working like very early on.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
Here's the thing. So I was very, very nervous, but also just like very, very happy to like dive into a new show because I was so ready for Shrek to be done. I was like, I'm just tired. Shrek's fun. Play donkey, music, storyline. I mean, I love Shrek. But there was a lot that was going on in that production. So I was like, yeah, I think it's time for something new. And then the Prince of Egypt. Not only the Prince of Egypt, I got to play Moses. I was like, this is the biggest role I have ever played. So obviously I'm going to start with the music. I was like, oh, the music kind of eats down. Yeah, well, it's Stephen Schwartz. So I was like, well, yes. And got the script. I was like, he literally talks on like every page. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just have to spend so much time at home and at work and just dive on in and just start the process. And so I don't know why people don't start immediately.
People don't start immediately. Like
that like bothers me.
Because unfortunately for me, and like this is coming from a person that I've been doing this for a long time, but don't take my advice on this. I didn't start super early because I also, like, to me, I felt like I was in that show for very specific reasons. And it was like, oh, we just need a body in here. We just need somebody that we know is going to just do the work. And I was going to do the work, blah, blah, but I didn't have a connection to Prince of Egypt. I never really listened to it. I only knew When You Believe, and I didn't really know that song super well. But I only know that song. I was playing like a villainous character. He wasn't like super... like he wasn't super like funny or anything like that. So I was like, okay, I can be a villain. I'd really locked in like maybe like a week before we like started performing, where like the stuff really locked in. But you know, working on your music and things like that is something. But that it comes from wanting to do it and having a real passion for it. Because I mean, it's community theater, but community theater is also the place that you're supposed to experiment. You're supposed to learn, right? So like, but I mean, there were a lot of really good performers in that show, but like, you know, it was one of those things where I was like, that was the first show, and I never post on Facebook about the stuff that I'm doing before I do it. Like, I'm always like, hey, it's opening night, and that's the first you've heard of me in this show. But the day after we all sung the first time, I literally posted and said, oh, I've never been in a cast like this.
Hello.
Never. And it was like,
I mean, the
people
leads
were singing. Oh, the leads were leading. And I was like, yeah, this is it. This is what theater is. There were really talented people. You could tell that they were all picked because they were the best for the jobs. And that doesn't really happen. So
yes. After hearing us all sing, I was like, oh, I'm going to actually have to work. I said, I'm going to actually have to work.
Oh, y'all not
because the talent really was up there. Yeah. One of the best talented casts I've ever worked with. I said, are we about to make history? I said, oh. And then it never got made. But yeah, so we've known each other for less than a year. Which is crazy because it seems like
coming up on like a full year in like 2 months.
In like a couple months, which is crazy because I don't know.
As friends.
I feel like it at least been 2 years.
It does feel it feels like it's been 2 years.
So for it to be less than a year,
so long,
just shows the bond. Now you just got done directing Bad Seed. Director debut, guys. How was it? How was it? First of all, I saw it twice. Amazing, 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 amazing. I went to IDR and then I went to the closing show. IDR was already great, but the closing show, just to see actors just like add more to their characters, it just makes it like that much better. It makes it that much better. But yeah, how was it?
Oh my god, like that. I mean, it is literally probably like the most like gratifying experience of my life. I felt it was very hard for a very long time, but I felt very fortunate and blessed to be able to do something like that. And I've never been able to really direct, like I've never directed a piece that is not something that I wrote. So that was my first time like really directing with resources and things like that. And so it was a really nice process. And when the show opened, that opening night, my family came and I was sitting with them. I think like halfway through, like when the intermission happened, I was like, I can't watch it because I got really nervous. Because I was like, anything that goes wrong on stage, I'm like, oh God. Like, but every time I watched it, it felt like an out of body experience because I was just like, that's a really cool piece, but I didn't really give myself, I guess, like this ownership of it. And so I was like, oh, this is something that someone else directed and it's just really good and I really like it. But that's last show I did watch it and I was crying the whole way through. And it's one of those things where it's a story that I grew up with for a long time. But I think one of the most like important parts of theater to me is that you get to just put people on stage and everyone exists as themselves, but you get to watch them grow into their characters as their characters and share this story. And like the community that you can create with the audience too, because it's like live, it's in front of your face, and so it's like you get to react and you get to do these things. So it was a very like wonderful process to be able to try to create a safe space in which people felt like they could take risks. Because when I watched the last show, I was like, oh, that's something in there that I've never seen, and that's something that they like that because the space was safe enough, they felt like they could play more. And it was like my best friend Dara, she was like the main character, and just watching her go from like a day one of rehearsal, which she was already on fire day one, but she like had this thing, and she even like improv something at during the last show as a tribute to the original actress that played Christine, because I had just had a conversation about her like a day before. And so like all that stuff really put in, it was just a giant family, and everybody gave me gifts at the end, and they were like, this was the best, like, directing, this is the best show I've ever been a part of, or this is like, you are like my favorite director because you made it safe enough to do these things. And I think like I mean, I realized, like, I feel like I stepped into a position that I really think I want to be in terms of like directing, because I don't think it needed to be. There was no drama, at least cast wise, and like really not crew wise, because I was like, I'm gonna deal with all the BS so that y'all can just do your jobs. Right. But there was no real like drama, because there doesn't have to be drama. There doesn't have to be. And like I'm really just like, y'all can just create a piece of theater. And so it was very fun. It's a different take on the show. We got to watch the movie. We have to watch the movie, because like that movie eats. We do. But it's a different take on it, and I feel like I'm like where I'm supposed to be now in terms of like, I really do just want to start to create more, because I also see like there's a lack of opportunities for like actors, like black actors, like gay actors, like there's such a lack of opportunity, but also like there's a lack of like care and passion for people. And I think theater can take away a lot of passion, because when I was in Prince of Egypt, I had already done a bunch of shows that I had been asked to do, so I didn't even audition for these things. I was asked to do a callback for
slight flex.
Slight flex. But I do think there was a part of me where I was like, I'm not doing stuff that I truly believe in. I was doing stuff that people ask me to be in, and I've been in a lot of productions that are really wonderful and that I really did find a purpose to be in it. But I'm one of those people where I'm like, this is more than a job. So I don't audition for many things, and I try to be very choosy, and I feel like I want to be even more choosy and be like, oh no, Larry, do more of the creating, do more of like creating a safe space for people. Because I think we've been in so many theater spaces where it's been unsafe. And like I'm I'm a little older,
many.
and I've been doing this for 19 years.
Seasoned.
Oh, seasoned. Like a piece of tilapia. But I've been doing this for so long, and I've seen so many things change. But I think we put ourselves through a lot of stuff as actors with like, usually we're not getting paid, which is not like a big deal or anything, but also the process gets really stressful. And I think wanting to go to rehearsal and see these people and collaborate with these people is something that we have to maintain, and also being able to be safe enough to be like, can I explore this part of this character? Can this be like this? I know what it says on the page, but what can this be like? How can we create also an experience for the audience that feels personal? Because I think a lot of times people will do a show like Into the Woods and be like, it's Into the Woods, so everyone's going to get it, but without getting into why Into the Woods actually is that intricate and why it is so personal. So I think like dramaturgy and stuff like that, which like I genuinely enjoy doing. I enjoy sitting.
It is vital.
It's so vital. And I'm like, let's get to work. So I think I want to be more on the creative side and production sides, and I want to be in shows too. So like, I think finding ways to, like if I were ever to do a show and be in it and also try to direct it, Dari would be in charge of all my acting. Like I'd be like, oh Dari, how am I doing in this scene? So things like that, but getting into a room and collaborating with people, making it a safe space for us to show off our talents too. Yeah. So
love it.
Long explanation.
No, it's good. It's good. You have a show that you would love to direct. Like what? It's Pippin, right?
It's Pippin.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Is that something we can expect in the future?
I've like actually started to like sketch certain parts of Pippin. It's one of those things where I want something very specific that like I don't know if it exists. It's a very specific stage. I would love to direct Pippin. And because Pippin is, to me, at its heart, a lot about the danger of being an actor and the like things that we put ourselves through. But it also tells this like really interesting story about like someone discovering themselves. So I have a very specific concept for Pippin. I would love to direct it. There are a lot of shows that I would love to direct. And I'm trying to hold space for those while also holding space for like, what's this new thing that I feel like is missing that no one's made. So I've started to write a play that's write a play that like has like I think like 8 characters. It's about modern dating, but it's through the lens of like Greek gods. So that's something that I'm really working on right now. So we'll see.
I love that.
So yeah, I've been in a manic episode. I've been creating a bunch of things.
Come on.
So we'll see.
Okay. Now we gotta talk about it. Wicked. First of all, and this is why we have to talk about it. You read the book.
Oh my God.
You read the book. For those who didn't know, yes, there's a book.
Guys.
We need the opinions. We need the comments, the concerns, the questions, all of it from the book versus the film. Like what they kept, what they added.
Oh God.
What they took out.
The book, okay, so like The Wizard of Oz is my favorite movie. It has been my favorite movie since I was 4. It's the reason that I started acting. And then my first production was The Wizard of Oz. It's a whole thing. It's a while back. I've always said though that story in terms of like the Broadway musical needs to be on film. I think Oz is one of those places that is like a cinematic place, and it's cool on stage and it's wonderful on stage, but it's cinematic in a lot of ways. Because it is The Wizard of Oz is actually the first like American fairy tale.
Okay.
1900, like L. Frank Baum wrote these books and things like that. So, before the movie came out, I was like, I'm gonna read the book because I got the book when I was a kid. Started reading it, realized very quickly it was an adult book. And I said, Mom, this is an adult book, because I was one of those nerds. And I was like, this is an adult book, so I'm not going to read it. But I read the book, and the book reads like kind of like this textbook about the nature of like evil and what happens with it. So it talks a lot about these religions in Oz. It talks a lot about like the rising fascism, and fascism kind of rises very slowly for like the animals. Elphaba goes through this really, really horrible thing of sleeping with a married man. The married man dies. She kind of feels like she's never done anything correct in her life, and she starts to like really go down this really bad path where she does really see herself as an evil person, and she kind of has this mental breakdown, and it keeps going. That movie comes out though, and no joke, you can feel the shift. You can feel the shift when you watch that movie, simply because Cynthia Erivo played Elphaba. Like because Cynthia Erivo played Elphaba, you can't like it's no. You have to laugh because you're watching it and you're like, why are you? She's doing this, and she has to do and listening to her. And I've watched so many interviews of her talk about how like much work she put in. But like because she is Cynthia Erivo, because she is black, because she is lesbian, because of these identities, Elphaba means something. And Miss Ariana Grande, because Ariana Grande played Glinda, there was such a subtlety of like how those types of people function, and she made Glinda like no joke like a real person. All these people were like real people. Yes, and there's such a cool thing that those two characters have, in which like Elphaba is deeply insecure, but she's very aware of who she is, and like she'll do the thing where she's like, I am green, but like she also is like, I don't want to be green. But then Glinda's like, oh my god, like I'm the most popular girl at school, but you can see the insecurity there too. So that movie, it's for the times. And if you just get into it, if you listen to those lyrics, because Cynthia Erivo slowed it down and let us hear the things telling the story through music, you get a better feel of it, rather than the Broadway show has to go fast. The Broadway show has to go fast. But when you really sit and hold space with the lyrics of Defying Gravity, and I understood what that lady was saying. That she said people are holding space with the lyrics of Defying Gravity, and they're really holding space. I said, y'all don't get it. Like, I understand. Like, something has changed within me. Take your time. That's a Negro spiritual. Hello. That Kiki Palmer was correct. And that's a slave hymn. Nobody's gonna bring me down. Kiki down. And I love Machiavelli. But the story for me has run stale. That's not fair to the competition. Wicked is that girl. Every Which Way Till Tuesday. That is a movie for the times. Yes. Like, you really have to just dig into. We got back to movies a little bit when Wicked came out. Yes. We got back to sets. Yes. We got back to costumes. We got back to acting. Y'all didn't have to act. Let me tell y'all something, okay? Let me speak to the Broadway people. And for the people that don't know the Broadway people, Wicked could be trash garbage, and people would have still stood because it's Wicked. I don't care. Like, Defying Gravity is just a hit. Those two actresses had such good chemistry, but also like everybody there was really working. And I was like, this story was elevated because of these actors, because they actually took stuff seriously. That dance scene was serious. Like that scene in the ballroom, the Ozdesk ballroom, that's dead serious. And like the silence, and you like even like slowing it down and being like, I'm not that girl. Like her, like hands touch, eyes meet, sudden silence.
Suddenly.
You have to listen.
Slow it down.
Understand.
Slow the music down.
Understand what you're saying. And like every time Cynthia Reo sang, it was like, slow it down and let us know what you're saying. Because I never really, Defying Gravity has always been on repeat. But understanding what she meant, because she's like, I know, but I don't want it. I can't.
Yes.
I cannot want this thing that you guys have, because I want y'all to really sit and understand. Getting everything that you've ever wanted in your life, you have wanted one thing: to be a part of, be accepted. And the person that like controls this world will accept you, which means that everybody else will accept you. But they're idolized, like was carrying around a pop-up book. And she literally said, oh, but he's doing something wrong. And like now I have to understand that I can't be a part of that. And I think that there's something, because I think there's a moment where we all grow up where it's like, oh, we've been trying to fit into society, blah, 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 this and that. And then you realize, and you're like, oh, no, I don't have to fit into what society defines me as.
Yes.
I can be my own person. There's a message in there. There's a message. She flew. Yes. And I said, I would love for Glenda to go with you, Alpha, but let me tell you something. Not everybody can get on the broom. No. And I would have loved for you to have a friend, but that was your broom. Hello? That was your flight. You got to fly out of here. Glenda has her own journey to go on. The journey towards, being the mouthpiece for a fascist regime. But I really do appreciate what they did with Glenda's character, too. She does switch in the musical very quickly, and I think what was really interesting, I say, you know what? And I like the 2 new songs. They grew on me. But Girl in the Bubble sucks. Sorry. What?
No Place Like Home. I fear that should have already been in there because it makes sense. Girl in the Bubble. Boo fucking who? Boo hoo.
She had to pop her bubble metaphorically and physically. You don't get
whatever.
But I was like, you know what, Glenda? But this is your punishment. I mean, it's too late. It's too late.
There is a hit. There is a hit out on your so-called best friend. She's wanted. People wants to kill her, hang her, dig her up, and burn her alive, and all that jazz. The damage has been done. As soon as you said, why couldn't you have stayed calm for once instead of flying off the fucking handle? And then you didn't get on top of that broom with her. It was curtains for the friendship. Don't be like, okay, well now I have to go. No!
It's too late.
Alphaba
was cooked when she flew up there. First of all, when Alphaba said no, when Madame Morrible said this wicked witch, it was curtains for Alphaba. It'll never be. They were already afraid of her because of her green skin. Hello? Flat out. So now she's an enemy of the state. You're never getting back. No, we're never going back. And I think that second movie was really interesting because it seemed like Nessa, Bach, and Glenda all were like, I want to go back to the way things were.
First of all,
never going to be able to do that.
Nessa's fucking stupid because you're talking something. I'm going to go back to the ball. You do know your date, Bach, only took you because Glenda said to. That man never wanted you from the start.
Never wanted
You're a joke. You're actually the real clown of the fucking joke.
She's a clown.
You're the wicked witch.
But she's spoiled. Like, she spoiled. Her dad spoiled her. She also puts all of this blame on Alphaba. Y'all had my girl fucked up in the second movie. I was literally like, Alphaba, if you killed every single person in Oz, you'd still not have done enough for what these people have done to you. And Alphaba said, I've done everything I could for you, Nessa, and it hasn't been enough.
And it hasn't been enough. And it never will be.
And it never will be.
And that's why that house done fell. And
Glenda, this is your fault. You know who you're dealing with. I thought they were just going to spread a rumor. What? Oh, Alphaba, I'm so sorry. A house fell on your sister, but accidents will happen.
Accident? When have we ever heard and this is why I say Oz is just about the worst place on earth. When have you ever heard of a house falling?
Well, I don't know. I just didn't think about it. A house fell on somebody.
A house fell on my sister.
The day after you told Madame Morrible to use my sister. You didn't connect the dots from 12 hours ago?
Oh, well, I didn't really expect her to do something with it. I just.
Do you know who Madame Horrible is?
A rumor simply won't do.
Flip it around. Wicked Witch.
Hello?
Spread a rumor. Spread a rumor.
Dumb.
A rumor won't do.
A rumor simply won't do. This part 2 really could have ended at No Good Deed. As soon as it cut out and
I would have wanted her to be a villain for 3 years.
I said, you could have ended it right there and she would have murdered Oz. Bad. No Good Deed. I'm sorry to say this. This is probably a very controversial statement. I think No Good Deed eats down Defying Gravity every time. And here's why. Okay, first of all, I never knew the full story of Wicked. I knew like the first half because I listened to the music. I never seen the show. I just listened to the music. And so when the movies were coming out, I was like, oh, great. So I listened to the first soundtrack and then I watched the movie. I was like, okay, it connects. When I saw part 2, major upset. Great movie. The plot irritated me so much. I wanted to leave. I said, why are y'all... This is a black story. It's a black story. I'm like, just the hardships, the tragedies. I said, this is hitting too close to home for me. Yeah. When she did No Good Deed... First of all, I went to the pre-screening. There was maybe 1 or 2 people there. It was empty. Loved it. When she hit No Good Deed and the screen turned black, I said, you could have ended it right
and Cynthia Erivo, once again, Cynthia Erivo, she literally said, everyone always thinks this song is like really powerful for Elphaba, but it's like her lowest moment. I said, we're back.
She literally says,
we're back to research.
She says, all right, so be it then.
So be it then. Let all Oz be agreed, because I'm also a part of Oz.
I'm wicked through and through. She's giving up. She's like, you know what?
And since I can't succeed, because that's different than the Broadway one. Because I don't. What is it? I'm wicked through and through. And she, like, I think she says and since, and like literally in the Broadway, this is so minuscule. On Broadway, she just says since. Since I can't, but like her being like, I'm wicked through and through, and since I can't succeed, Fiyero saving you, I promise no good deed will I even attempt to do again ever again. She's never gonna. She said every good thing I've ever done in my life has led to ruin. I tried to make Nessa fly. It ended with Bach's heart stopping and like him being a Tin Man. I've literally tried to save Fiyero. He's a scarecrow. I mean, he's dead because she didn't know he was alive. Glinda is not her friend anymore. Dr. Dillerman's in a cage. I mean, Delsa Band went down the Underground Railroad. Like,
talk about
everybody. Like, her dad had a heart attack. Her mama died giving birth to her sister because she's like, my sister's disabled because my dad made her chew milk flour.
She has nobody.
So that she wouldn't come. She has nobody.
Nobody. She really has nobody. She has nobody.
And Elphaba's a good person. Elphaba's a good person. She couldn't even be bad. She couldn't even. First of all, give me them shoes. Take them damn shoes.
The shoes. Her sister's shoes were given to Dorothy by Glinda.
Glinda!
Why did you give Dorothy her shoes? Why did you give Dorothy the shoes?
Are you dumb? Why would you in a million years give Dorothy Elphaba's sister who is dead underneath the
house? These are the only things I have left. Literally the only thing.
Now we're all taking things that don't belong to us. What are you talking about? Because Fiyero does not belong to you. Now wait, just a
clock's tick. Yeah, I said, yeah, get her. You really should have found that book. Ella Kanam and her ass out of Oz.
Like, you're... And that's wicked.
That's wicked. That's wicked.
That's wicked.
I loved it. Loved it.
Oh, beautiful.
I spammed the first half of the soundtrack when part 1 came out. And then part 2 came. Haven't really went back. Now it's spotty for me. Like The Wizard and I'll listen to
that.
But part 2, I think because the acting was just up there.
Yeah.
And the storytelling. And
I do like the story of it, and I like the new stuff that I like all the new stuff. It feels like a really genuine like musical, and I think part 2 does stand by itself.
Yes.
My favorite song is "I'm Not That Girl." There is something so beautiful about that song. My favorite song is not "I'm Not That Girl." No Place Like Home grew on me, and "Girl in the Bubble" did grow on me. I do like it. It reminds me of like a Disney princess song, and I'm like, Disney princess. But like, I don't listen to. I'm not a Four Goods fan. I do not.
Now,
that's not my favorite song.
It's not my favorite either. It's a great duet. It's a great. Mm-hmm. Once in a while, I'll be in the mood. I'll be like, oh, let's listen to Four Goods.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. My top 3 will have to be No Good Deed. Thank goodness. And I really want to touch on this. When Ariana Day took her time, she took that pause and said,
what is it?
That's why I couldn't be happier. No.
No.
Couldn't be happier.
The whisper acting in Wicked.
The whisper. You have to get into the whisper. You can have all you ever wanted.
I know.
You already ate the song up right there. Cut the cameras. You already ate the song up.
I know.
Now it's up to you. For both of us. Stop it. You can't keep doing that.
The whisper acting in Wicked.
You don't understand.
Whenever I get enough money, I'm going to literally host like some sort of award event where I give out Oscars to people that deserve them but didn't get them. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, y'all will both be receiving Oscars.
Robbed.
You guys, because y'all don't.
Especially
Cynthia. And this is my thing, because a lot of people were mad that like Part 2 didn't get nominated. And this is what I'll say. I would have saved I would put these 2 movies together and I would have saved all the awards. Because like Paul Tazwell won for costumes. I'm just going to that's for all of it. If they win an awards for this full performance, because this is not half.
It's not half.
This is a full thing. Nobody else did with Cynthia Erivo. Cynthia Erivo, first of all, the role of Elphaba, like y'all were never talking about Elphaba. Y'all were never talking about her.
No,
she is the best Elphaba, hands down.
Yes.
She does really wonderful things to the role, and she adds such like deepness and richness to it. And I'm like, yes, she even slowed down the song so we understand it. There's so much weight in what we understand now. No father is not proud of you, no sister acts ashamed. And all of Oz has to love you. When by the wizard, you're acclaimed. And this gift or this curse I have inside. Maybe at last I'll know why once we are hand in hand.
For half of Oz's favorite team.
For half
of Oz's favorite team. The Wizard and I.
She did not want to be green. Would it be all right by you if I degreenify you? And of course, it's not important to me. All right, why not? I'll reply. Y'all don't know.
Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. Cynthia
Erivo, come get your bad bitch
put
juice.
The name Elphaba on the.
That is a black character.
Y'all can say what you want to be like. Oh, it's not always race. In this case, it is. It is. There's nobody who would get the story of Elphaba better than a black woman. You don't get it. Those pictures, that's Jim Crow. That's Jim Crow.
And y'all made a lot of noise when like, because there's that line in there, and I remember it was a lot of people online being really mad that Fiero was like, "You're beautiful." She was like, "No, you're not." And she was like, "You don't have to lie to me." He was like, "It's not lying, it's seeing things a different way." I want y'all to understand something. Fiero walked into that lady house. They were about to, kiss me too fiercely, hold me too tight. I need help believing. Yeah.
Yeah, get into it.
He literally looked at those posters and said, "You're beautiful." And she said, "You don't have to lie to me." First, let me tell you what I would have done if I walked in there. Elphaba, why are these damn posters in your house? These posters that you're internalizing, these caricatures, they have elongated your braids, your lips, and your nose. This is nails.
Claws. I said, are those talons?
And he said, "You're beautiful." And her immediate response was, "Oh, you don't have to lie to me. I know I'm ugly." He said, You made all these other people, that might be what you think, but that's not how I'm seeing it, because he's always seen her. He's in love with her.
Hello.
Because Fiero's a ride or die. I don't
Fiero
fuck. That's a good man.
Is king.
That's a good man. He did not play about that lady.
No.
He said, I'm going with her. You two the whole time? Glinda.
He literally was talking to Glinda and said, how can you just let them talk about her like that?
Oh, well, maybe I can't. I love the attention. I mean, who wouldn't? Who would resist this?
He said, we know who could. I said, Fiero, you are making sense, finally.
Don't you see she doesn't want to be found?
Don't you want to see she doesn't want to be fucking found, Fiero? Leave her fucking alone.
She did not want it.
They really should have cursed in the movie, because that's what she meant. Fiero, she doesn't want to be fucking found. Like, what? I can't. Moral of the story, Wicked is a top tier. Soundtrack.
Top
costumes.
Tier.
Everything.
Carve out 5 hours of your day.
Everything.
And watch part 1 and part 2 together.
Really go back and watch part 1. Because
take your time.
Because
Glinda's not a good person.
No. And I'm sick of y'all sticking up for her. Because I saw part 1 and then waited a year, saw part 2, and then I went back and saw part 1 because I watched it with my mom for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, there's so many connections. And something else I just picked up on, when they showed that little like glimpse of it's Elphaba and then Glinda, and she's like whispering in her ear.
That's the poster.
That's the poster. I said, They
chewed that movie up.
Hello.
They chewed that movie.
The symbolism. I said, that's the poster. I just caught that.
That's the poster. They chewed that movie up.
Now, you're a Disney fan, like moi. I want to get into, first of all, before I start naming movies and DComs, let's talk about the Jonas Brothers. Now, I thought I had deep cuts. Larry!
Oh. Oh my God.
Larry!
Give it up for the Joe Bros! Where are the stands when you need them? That was my first album I ever got physically by like an artist. Because my first album, I believe, was Disney Mania 4. I got a blue... This is back in the olden days, y'all. You got to go with me. I had a blue radio that played CDs, and my first CD was the Jonas Brothers album. I think it was called A Little Bit Longer. And they had a song at the beginning that was called Be Good.
And see,
you gotta be good to you.
My first song introduced, I'm pretty sure it was Love Bug.
That's on that album. Yes, that's on that album.
Is it? Okay, yeah.
It was like the second song. I remember they stopped. Listen. Y'all want to talk about people not making albums anymore? Be Good was such a good opener. And it was like, I was like, this is a rock band. And Fly With Me,
they were rock.
And this is why y'all don't know Fly With Me. You would only know Fly With Me if you watched Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian, because it came on in the end credits of that movie.
I didn't even know that.
And when I tell you, I used to watch, because I used to love that movie. I used to watch it because they also sing My Heart Will Go On to Titanic in that movie. Like for a second. Because like Ben Stiller's flirting with Amy Adams, who's playing Amelia Earhart. And they're like, near, far. And I'm like, sing. That's the Jonas Brothers. I am a deep cut. When I hear a song, sometimes especially when I was a kid, I would literally go online and try to find it. You will not know someone that knows more of the Phineas and Ferb songs than me. I know, and I'm talking deep cuts. Y'all talking Get You Goo. I'm talking Disco Miniature Golfing Queen. Y'all don't know that song. So let's really get into.
That was with what's her name? It's not Stacy, is it?
That's Stacy.
Okay,
stepping on the scene in her designer jeans. She's a disco miniature golfing queen.
Yes. I've always been a Swinter girl. It's ski and snowball and also time, cold and sunny. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about Swinter. It's a Swinter Wonderland.
It's a Swinter Wonderland. Y'all don't get it. Unusual and great. You can freeze while you can tan because it's
bum 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 bum. Swinter. Dun 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 dun. Yes.
Swinter.
Phineas and Ferb.
We've been at Swinter for years. It's Swinter now. It's
now.
Swinter outside. Like y'all don't get it. It's the Swinter Wonderland. If you've ever been on a wiki page for very specific fandoms, you will see my username. Blah blah contributed to this 2012. I was like, I'm one of the people that held the internet up. I was on the blogs. I was literally like the Hunger Games, the 75th Quarter Quell. Blah blah blah. I did not play. I had like 3 fandoms that I literally would go on the weekend and be like, I have to contribute to this because this is my duty as an American citizen to make sure that we all have the information that we need so that we all know the lyrics to Swinter.
Swinter. Oh, Swinter, man.
Swinter.
I gotta say, I'm more of a busted girly.
What?
I think that's just like
I can see the things you do, man.
They ever made
anything Doofenshmirtz song, because that was a Broadway man. He had his stick and cane. I did not play. When they did ballads on Phineas Ferb, that was also something that was like, this is like the best. Phineas and Ferb, yeah, it's formative. It's very formative. I like any cartoon that had like a song. When Fairly Odd Parents did the School's Out musical, I was sat. Anything SpongeBob, anything sung on SpongeBob before like the year like 2008, I would probably know.
A stove is a stove, no matter where.
Apache is Apache. That's what I say.
A grill is a grill. This is surely so. I said SpongeBob. Hold on. Do not take it there. SpongeBob. So
this is surely so.
Do not take it there.
SpongeBob. What?
Oh, SpongeBob. Mrs. Puff.
Yeah, that was an era of Disney Channel. You used to have songs. And when I tell you, like, people used to really sit down and like write hit songs. Like, So let's get into Descendants real quick. Did you see the 4th one?
I stopped after camera.
Good job. Those songs were like so not good. And I was like, I know this is not because I'm older. I know because like y'all like it's not because I'm older. The Descendants movies came out when I was like in high school. They used to write some songs. Because Space Between, I'm telling you, that is one of the best. That song, If Only, like the ballads.
Okay, because I'm gonna have to stop right there. Let me tell y'all something. The very first Descendants, if you don't say If Only is the best song from that, you need to go back and really watch the movie.
The lyrics.
That's the message. That's literally the message of the whole first movie. If only a million thoughts in my head, should I let my heart keep listening? First of all, I've listened to a lot of people sing it in the musical version of Descendants. I didn't realize Dove Cameron just ate y'all up bad. I didn't realize how hard of a song that is for y'all. Because I've seen lots of videos of people singing that. I'm like, I didn't think that was that hard of a song, but Dove just eats y'all up.
Dove eats it up. Like, the Descendants movies are like, no joke, I think some of the best movies in terms of like young kids, like being able to watch some of them, like that teaches a lot of really important lessons that you guys should learn. I think that the bridge, because when I first watched that movie, I said, they put all the people that were villains on the same island. They don't have internet and food or water, and the bridge to get off of it has been destroyed.
Hello.
I want you guys to really connect that with our world.
Come on.
And the fact that every single movie, the good people were the ones doing fuck shit. And Hades said, when y'all do something bad, it's a lapse of judgment. But when we do something bad, it's lock us up and throw away the key. When he said that in the year 2019, I said,
Make it make sense.
I said, oh.
Make it make sense.
I think Disney's getting a little... We do not make... Nope, I can't go there. We don't make art that is like super like cut point blank anymore. We're always trying to, appeal to both bases. And I'm like, no, sometimes you gotta, topple your government. I watched Catching Fire yesterday. We would never make a Hunger Games today. We would never be able to make a Hunger Games today because those people were not playing.
Katniss itself it's just not the same. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Outside of Wicked, I was like, I don't think I've ever been less excited to go to movies. Because I used to love going to the movies. But now I'm like, there's not really many.
I anticipate probably like one movie a year. I highly anticipate one movie a year. Sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised. But I'm like, I want an event again, like the new Hunger Games movie is coming out though. So
I'm not a Hunger Games girly, so sorry about that.
This has been a really fun podcast.
Oh, that's not. But in a sense,
you are not a Hunger Games girly.
I never got into it.
Are you done?
I did see one. Hold on, I did see one. What is it? Mockingbird.
You saw Mockingjay, but you didn't see Catching Fire.
Yeah, I saw Mockingjay. Are you
part 1 or part 2?
I think it was part.
Got to be part 1.
Probably part 1. I don't know why I even saw that movie. I think I went with friends. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know why I saw that. I think it was with friends.
When I'm president, those books are required reading for every American. Required.
Lock me up though with a key.
I did read a new book called Brave New World. It's not new. It was made in 1932. It's really famous. And it's one of those books that people ban a lot. And I was like, I can understand why people ban this. And there are certain books that I've read. I would probably, if I were a dictator now, I would ban the Hunger Games. That is the blue. No, we got to talk about Hunger Games off camera because you need to watch and read those books in like such a way.
Okay.
It's the Hunger Games.
It is Hunger Games, yes.
It's the... Let's move on.
We're going to move on.
Let's move on.
Smash. Here's the thing about Smash. So, never heard of it. Never heard of it. I thought Smash was that old show about like the military and blah blah blah. I was thinking of MASH. So I was like, what is Smash? And then why did we start watching Smash? You were just like, hey, let's just watch it?
Because I think I was about to start directing and I was like, I wanted to watch it. Well, because you guys had never seen Smash. And when I tell you Smash is like the only show that's about theater people that I feel like is legitimately accurate.
It is about theater people in New York, and they're doing like this workshop for the Marilyn Monroe musical, right? And sorry, there's like a dog barking. There's a lot that happens outside my apartment, but there's this character. What is it? Karen
Cartwright.
They're Ordinary Days. There is this lady that was in the cast. Her name is Lindsay Comline. I don't know how to say your last name, but when I say she's Karen, as soon as
on the cast album?
No.
In your cast?
Yes, in my cast. When I auditioned, this is when I met her last November, and I heard her sing. I was like, "Oh, sings down." Oh, and then started to talk to her. She walks in the room. I said, "Do you know who Karen is from Smash?" She said, "I don't think so." I said, "Look her up." I said, "That's you bad." And then she went home and she was like, "That was a compliment." I said, "Yes."
That's a giant compliment.
I said, "You are Karen." She walks in the room. She's that bitch. I said, "Lindsay, you are Karen bad. You just walk in." I'm like, "You're Karen."
When I tell you, I used to have so many arguments in school about Karen Cartwright and Ivy because like people, when they were watching, Ivy is obviously the Broadway girlie. And so people would be like, oh, well, Karen just blah, blah. And she's actually not as nice as she... Karen is nice and she's talented and a bad bitch. That's a combination that y'all don't get a lot.
No.
Karen, watch Smash. Smash literally, it's about this group of theater people and they're Broadway-like people. So they're putting together an original musical about Marilyn Monroe's life. And there are two girls that are up for the role. It's Karen Cartwright and she's like younger. She's never been in a Broadway show. She's just like wanting to be a star. And then there's Ivy, who's been in the chorus, the ensemble of 10 Broadway shows. She's a veteran. Her mom was a big Broadway star. And so they're both vying for this role of Marilyn Monroe. Mm-hmm. It is First of all, if you are an actor who knows anything about Broadway, you're gonna recognize so many people. There are so many just cameos, but Karen Cartwright is one of those people that's very new.
She's new.
She doesn't have a Broadway voice, quote unquote, but she's so fresh and she's such a good singer, and she's also very kind. And like that's what makes her the best. Yes. That's what makes her the best. But it's also Catherine McPhee. And y'all look up who Catherine McPhee is. But she, yeah, that's a singer. Smash is so good. That came out in like 2012.
Smash is actually like
that was
it's so problematic, but it's so accurate because
it's accurate
because instead of going with fresh new talent, they go with what they're used to.
They're about to, because where we are now, they're about to hire a movie star to play into Uma Thurman,
not Kill Bill herself,
as Marilyn Monroe. And the whole thing is that Uma Thurman. Well, because she's playing an actress. She's playing an actress, but they're literally like, we have to find a movie star, and then she comes in and can't sing, and she's like, why is this? Why? It's like every time I get to a really emotional part, everyone breaks into song, and like I'm like Uma Thurman. Uma Thurman was on this show, y'all. Like just flat out, she was just on this show for like 4 episodes.
Not Uma Thurman.
Eating down, but then she starts to really like Karen. She's like, why is she in the ensemble?
Hello, Karen is that bitch.
Oh my god,
she just radiates.
She radiates. Star.
Yeah,
but it's about how hard dreams are. I can't. I get emotional sometimes when I watch Smash because it's one of the worst shows ever. If anybody knows what Smash is, this show was like hate watched. But it makes me emotional because I'm like, oh, like this is really how it is. Like as I've gotten,
it's how it
I was a freshman in high school when this show came out. When I started watching it, knowing that it got canceled after 2 seasons. But knowing what I know now, like this was really like, but I didn't know how to create musicals. I didn't really know how to direct or anything. But I will say, through watching Smash, I learned a lot of stuff. So it's really good. Watch Smash.
Like it.
It's so good. It's television. It is. I've been recently saying this. Streaming television has lost a bit. Streaming television can sometimes be boring depending on what you're watching or what network. But network television was messy in the way of like sometimes the storylines didn't work. Sometimes the sets looked a little bad. But when I tell you at base level, for those 43 minutes, you were there with drama. And like
theater kids.
Smash is like not the most dramatic show ever, but like you'll be watching this like 43 minutes of just the best thing. Like it's messy. And I feel like we've lost a lot of messiness in art too. I'm like, this has to be a little messy. You have to create, because messiness is human. You can't create perfect things. Y'all are sitting in a room being like, these are our 8 episodes and this is what's going to happen in each episode. Network television, they will walk into the room next week and they'd be like, okay, so like, who's the new Marilyn? What we got? Right. Uma Thurman? Okay, sure. Let's call her agent and see if she can come on for 4 episodes. Their agent's like, she can come on for 4 episodes. Now all of a sudden we got Uma Thurman playing Marilyn Monroe on in a Broadway musical fast track to open. That's television to me. That's television to me. Y'all got to get messier again. We got to get a little bit messier. Scandal, Revenge, Revenge. Lost.
That sounds familiar. It does sound familiar. I don't think I watched that though. Sorry.
I miss messy television.
I mean, I've been watching Dance Moms and
hey, messy television. Like, these things were problematic. I'm glad we've gotten rid of a lot of things. But I think we've also gotten to a place where we're not really digging into like people's talents and things.
I think
like
we need to bring it back. I've said we need a modern day Simon Cowell, Abby Lee Miller, Gordon Ramsay. Yes, they were harsh people. Yes, these were bad spaces. Yes, they were disrespectful. But they had credits. They had credits, and we
gotta bring back credits. If y'all aren't gonna be mean to people, y'all gotta have credit.
You need the credit.
What did we watch? Let me not be mean. What did we watch? Building the Band.
Building the Band.
And I was like, who is that one? Don't. Because,
first of all, hold on. Because let's get into the audition songs. Because I watched Star Search. That's on Netflix now.
Oh, I watched some of Star Search too. That little boy that was singing I'll Be There. I said it doesn't even look like you're trying. But who are the judges on that?
On Star Search?
Yeah.
Child. Chrissy Teigen, Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
Sarah Michelle,
and Jelly Roll. I said, what is Chrissy Teigen even doing there? You don't do anything. You host, sure, and you model. This is talent.
What's Jelly Roll doing there? And let
Jelly
me say
Roll,
it again.
He's a country singer, sure. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you can go ahead and hit the door. You can hit the door. I said,
don't talk about Sarah.
Sarah.
Sarah!
Now, props to Sarah because she was the only one who was stingy with them 5 stars. I said, yes, stop throwing out these 4 stars and 5 stars. Be me. I said, y'all needed a Simon Cowell on that show. There were so many acts on there that was bad. But back to my point. Audition songs. I'm sick of hearing Sabrina Carpenter, Tate McRae. Stop with the pop.
You gotta sing a song. That is song.
When that white boy did his rendition of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, I said this little 12-year-old is eating up all of the artists
y'all
today.
Down. Where are
today?
Eating
I said
the artists
he ate that, and then he did "Don't You Worry About a Thing" by Tori Kelly. I said, oh, that's a vocalist. That's a vocalist. There were singers up there. That's a vocalist.
We need to get back to singers.
We need to get back to the vocalism of songs. Stop doing these pop hits. Stop with Sabrina Carpenter. Just stop with the pop music. And it's the same with building the band. Some girl tried to sing Dangerous Woman. I said, some songs you really just don't touch because you know it's not going to sound right.
Touch.
You know, unless you have a good rendition, which some of y'all think you do, and then you hit the stage and it's just sorry.
I've been watching like videos of just like people that sing. I've been watching the same video of Whitney Houston like for like no joke like 2 weeks. It's her singing "Greatest Love of All" at 7 minutes, and it's literally the best. I watched Dionne Warwick, Stevie Wonder, Luther Vandross, and Whitney Houston sing "That's What Friends Are For." I love going on YouTube and seeing like the oldest, like the greatest, like sing, and I'm like, there's a hunger, there's a talent. Like what's going on? And
what
like y'all need to. I can't even. There's no hunger because first of all, Bruno Mars just released his new album.
Come on, Bruno.
Let me tell y'all something.
I haven't even listened to it yet.
Y'all had a lot to say about that man, and this is all I'm gonna say about Bruno Mars. That's the king of music. But also, that man's allergic to making a bad song, and the reason why is that he can sing, and he also can blend with his music. The music sounds. His voice complements the music, and the music sounds like what it wants to evoke. Y'all don't. I think like they're like in terms of popular music, very few people that are actually like really good at creating like really wonderful pieces of music. But the first thing is being able to sing and manipulating your voice so that it goes with the song that you're singing. Uptown Funk does not sound like Grenade.
No.
The Way You Are, that does not sound like, and Deep Cuts for Bruno Mars too. Too Good to Say Goodbye is a really good ballad. Put On a Smile from Silk Sonic. Like, y'all got to get into ballads because y'all be knowing the popular ones, but y'all don't be knowing the deep cuts.
The deep cuts.
And it's only 9 songs in each album. So listen to the album for 30 minutes. The new album is really good. Y'all are saying a lot of bullshit. It doesn't matter because it's Bruno Mars.
It's the Bruno, y'all.
That's Bruno Mars.
That's Bruno Mars.
He's allergic to a bad song. I didn't mind Fat, Juicy, and Wet.
Is that a name on the?
No, it was his song with Sexy Red.
Oh, I did hear that.
It is his worst.
It was different.
But Down with a Smile, Miss Gaga. That's a good song.
I'm already in.
I'm in. Because now you've done a vocal. Now you've done a vocal.
You already started.
When she comes, that's a vocalist. And Lady Gaga's best work is Star Is Born. Don't piss me off. Her best album is Born This Way because it has hair on there.
That album, yeah.
Y'all are crazy. Yeah. Y'all are crazy.
Mm-hmm. Whatever you're auditioning for, stop with the pop music. Pop is not going to get you nowhere.
Why are you singing Espresso?
Why are you singing
That's not going to show us what your voice sounds. Why are you singing Two Hands by Tate McRae?
Why are you singing Greedy by Tate McRae?
Greedy! Oh, wait, no, that's not her.
Baby, don't get greedy.
Oh, I don't know that song. I know the one by Ariana Grande.
Stop with Dangerous Woman.
And Dangerous Woman is not the Ariana Grande song that y'all want to sing.
That's not the song you want to sing. Stop with the
Ariana
pop
Grande
music.
song I would put someone up there and sing. Eternal Sunshine. I'll be the first to say I'm sorry. You got me feeling sorry. Yeah, I would do Eternal Sunshine. Y'all are doing songs that have a lot going on. Let's do the ballads. Do Irreplaceable.
Oh,
You're irreplaceable.
Go back to like
Celine Dion.
The Michael Bolton, Celine Dion.
Where is Michael Bolton?
Even take
where is Michael Bolton?
'Cause I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Where is Michael Bublé? I'm not surprised. Not everything lasts. I've broken my heart so many times I stopped keeping track. Yeah, he ain't. I talk myself in. I talk myself out. I get all worked up, then I let myself down. Michael Bublé. I gotta listen. Let me talk. Okay, white people. It's still Black History Month, so I can't say this. I'm not gonna give y'all too much. Haven't Met You Yet is one of the best songs that's ever been written. That is white people anthem. After Sweet Caroline. But like, what? I just haven't met you yet. Michael Bublé, where are you at? He was on the radio. Where are the voices? He was like a voice.
He was a voice. He was a different type of voice that I really appreciated.
Oh my God, he used to write just the... I mean, his songs just were that. Oh my God, Michael Bublé, where do we come back to you? We'll come back. We'll come back. We'll come back.
Okay, now I have to ask, because I ask all of my guests. First of all, what does theater mean to you? And here we go.
No, what does theater mean to me? Yes. Theater to me means creating space for anyone, regardless of their gender, their race, their sexuality, their body type, their ablement, creating a space in which people can come in and create art and to learn characters that help them find things deep inside of themselves, confidence and like safety. I think in terms of what it means for the audiences, I think we as people in theater have a job to expand people's imaginations through art. Show them things they've never been shown before. Show them parts of themselves that they've never seen through characters. And art, in a general sense, is supposed to just make you more empathetic. And so, whenever I approach theater, one of the first things I always think of is what do I need the audience to feel at this moment, and what does this mean for me and my inner child? Because at the end of the day, I think we as adults complicate things a lot, and I think when we do theater, it requires us to be kids and it requires us to play. We're supposed to imagine, that table's not actually there or that person's not actually there, but we're supposed to create and imagine it. And I think we get so in our heads of like, we don't have our props, we don't have our scripts, we don't have our mics. But the art of theater did not start with those things. And 5-year-olds can sit there and show you a person that's not there and you believe them. So I think theater to me is that space in which you can find so many people that are not like you and you can understand their experience. And you can also, you understand so much about yourself from singing and from dancing and from acting, because it puts you into your body, but it requires you to feel it. So it's one of those things that I think is so deep and primal in us, because I think like the art of creating things is the closest we get to like divinity, the closest we get to God. So that's my like that's my view of theater.
I love that.
Yeah,
you actually summed that up pretty well. I really liked the fact you brought up how like we don't need to focus on props and mics and costumes and set and this and that. Just tell the story.
Tell the story.
I've done shows where people are like, "Oh well, I don't have this, I don't have that." I'll be the first one to be like, "Hey, you really don't need it.
You don't need it.
It's theater for a reason. We're telling a story." I was telling the director of the show that I literally just did, and I was saying, hey, I don't care about the costumes. I really don't care about the set.
Mm-mm.
I just want to get on stage and tell this story.
And tell this story.
That's really what it boils down to.
Yeah.
It really is storytelling.
Yeah.
Just all the theatrics, all the flashiness, all the costumes and the mics and sounding great and the set doing this and that. It's really not needed. If you can't wear all black and just stand up on stage with no lighting,
and that's my rule.
Standard lighting. You really shouldn't be doing theater.
If we can't tell this story and it just be something that like you meet a person, they're natural storytellers.
Yes.
But like one of my biggest things, and I think part of the reason I've been struggling with this is that I don't give myself recognition for the things that I do, but I do think there's a part of art where it's like your ego has to be back here. When I did Bad Seed, the most important thing for me is that I was like, I hope there's a kid like me in the audience, or a kid like me in the audience that sees this and is like, I want to do this, and I'm able to do it because look at the people that are on stage, look at the black people that are on stage, look at the Hispanic people that are on stage, look at the people that are older that are on stage, differently abled, like different bodies. Because I think when we watch things on social media and we watch movies, people are so made up and like, you know, they're done up and they look, you know, really perfect and everything. Yep. But then you see a piece of theater and you're like, that's what real people look like. And when you see real people, it changes something for you. So I think part of what we can get lost in with theater sometimes is that we have our egos that are really big. And art is not about ego. Art is about that sharing part of it. Art, you have to be very serious about it, but it's about sharing. And so some of it's instinctual, some of it is work. But I think for me, like that was my biggest thing when I was doing Bad Seed. I was like, what does the audience need? This is not about you, Larry. What does the audience need right now? And so I kept working on the show until close. I kept working at like I was like, there's something that can change here, like because there was the laugh track thing. We had talked, and I was like, you have to give the audience permission to laugh. Yes. And I literally said we have to give it. And when we gave the audience permission to laugh and like applaud, it was way more interactive. Yes. People like, we really liked that we were able to do that. Because you can't put something up on stage and be like, I hope you guys like it, because that's not taking care of the audience. So I think it goes into a lot of it, but the number one thing for theater is like, it is community. And everyone should find a space here. And especially if it's community theater, because like, we have to learn the skills from somewhere. Yeah. So community theater is not the place where you're like, let me get all these people that are super professional and blah, blah, this and that. I did my auditions and I said, there are going to be sides. So you can prepare a monologue or you can prepare a song. It is not required. You can come off the street, see this, and come in and audition. And you can get in. You have a fair shot. So that's, I think for me, those are the things that are the most important.
And on that note, guys, I think it's time to wrap up this podcast. This was a good podcast. Come on. Again, I'm very early in the process, so I'm gonna say you can watch this on YouTube for sure. Ooh. I'm gonna say you can listen to this on Apple Podcasts, which isn't just for iPhones.
Hello.
I'll reiterate.
Yeah, come on.
I'm working on it. Patience, please. It's coming. I already set up the sites and stuff. It's coming. You just gotta give me a little bit more patience. But yeah, thank you again.
Thank you
for coming on the podcast. And we are gonna say bye on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Bye.